Okay, we have received our parts from VM Audio Enthusiasts. That's in Northville, Michigan, and so we're gonna open them up. I didn't get too many, just the tone arm, the cartridge, and the idler wheel. So let's open these guys up and see what they look like. Alright. Ah, yes. There's our idler wheel. Set this info aside. I'm wondering whether it's our original wheel that's been retired or whether it was the a new one. It looks very similar to the old one, but certainly you can see very normal roundness to the tire, and the other one part here too. So, and that will go right in back into its seat here, right there. So we'll do that in a minute, but let's take a look at our cartridge. This is a fan steel P190D. Uh, 45 player cartridge replacement kit K45A replaces Danishi CZ800, a general general purpose 1/2 inch mount, and it has a fan steel stylus 793-D7M. Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to have to, there it goes, Open that up. And now you can perhaps see that there are 4 contacts on the bottom here, and 2 ground and a right and a left channel. So this is a stereo cartridge, and supposed to come with a needle. There it comes. There it is. Oh, beautiful. I wish this thing had a better macro focusing on it. You could get a little closer, but there's the cartridge with the needle. Cartridge. Notice that there is no mounting places to mount, no mounting screws, no mounting holes. As I understand it, you have to take the old cartridge out of this machine and hollow it out and insert this and glue it into place. So let's go ahead and, just for the fun of it, put this thing back in here and just see how the turntable runs now. I'll get this inserted in that hole there, like that. Now, hold it in place while we put this lock washer down first, and then the nut on top of that. Come on, nut. To do the cleaning, and that'll be after we get the tone arm put in, and then we can start reassembling everything. That's tight enough. It doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, that feels fine. Okay, now just going to temporarily put the platter back on. It's got to get over this smaller wheel. So I'm just going to, from the other side, move it from the other side. See, I can control it from here. Slip that on like that. There. And then, and voila. Oh, slow down there, partner. Sounds great. Smooth, quiet. I put a little traction on this and it turns just as strong as you can be. Alright, so next thing to do is to remove the tone arm so I can put in the new cartridge. Okay, well, the very first thing I think I'd like to do is make a scribe mark on the tone arm, where the tone arm pivot attaches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that right where that crack is. So now we're going to take off the tone arm, and I'm just going to go ahead and loosen that with this 1/4 inch wrench. And first of all, feel the play that you have here. It's a very small amount, but there is some play. So you want to be able to remember that when you reassemble this. Okay, so this is, there it goes. Loosen that up enough that this should now slide off the tone arm. There it goes. But you can get the idea here. We can clean this shaft here and re-oil it and clean everything up here. The spring looks really good in there still, and looks like the pivots are kind of a little loose. I need to tighten that pivot a little bit so it's a little bit less wobbly. I can do that with that adjustment right there. And you can see the cartridge now here. And what I have to do is take the cartridge apart and use the mounts that are existing mounts and glue the new cartridge in place. So that's what we're going to be doing next. This cartridge is completely burned out. So I didn't particularly want to buy new tone arm cable or wire, so I dug through my computer stuff and found an old a connector for some audio device or something, and have clipped the ends off, and it's some very fine wire. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to string that through, so that'll give me an extra channel for the other of the stereo channel. So I'm going to see if I can slide these guys through here. You may notice this portion of the video is a little out of sequence, but since I had trouble getting that wire through, I have decided to go down to using a single strand and just use a common ground for the common return on the channel. So it'll be a little easy, hopefully a little easier to get this through here. Yeah, we're not having any problem with that, I think. There it comes. So what we're going to do is use the two red ones as the positives, and I'll just have to note that one's a little deeper red than the other, so that'll indicate the right and the left. And then I'll use the white one as the common ground, and then there is a ground strap, and I imagine that adds a little bit of anti-hum to the system, hopefully. And so that's how it's going to go. So I might as well just go ahead and take the ground lug off. And I've got to take this cartridge off anyway. So I'm going to take this off. And that should pop off. There we go. And then get the connectors off of the end of the cartridge. And these wires out from under this kind of a, I guess it would be a strain relief. There it goes. Okay. And okay, so let's take off the other one, other side. Oh, I see where that washer came from now. Came from the cartridge. There it goes. See? There's the other one right there. So, well, that's just an extra part, but we'll keep it around because we need them. We'll need this to remount back on here. Now, what they say to do is to disassemble this cartridge. You cut it in half, and you use the body of it to hold your new cartridge. Your new cartridge then sits inside and gets glued in to replace it. So I've got to take this apart, and it looks like it's held together with rivets. So that means I have to drill out these rivets to separate the body so I can reuse the body to mount it back in. So I'll go get my drill and start that.